Hello everyone, very good morning to you all. So this is Haveli. So today again we are going to learn about the 6th standard history first lesson, Introduction to History. Yes, part 1 to you already you all people have got, and now we are going to learn about part 3. And in the previous class we learned India as introduced by Europeans. Yes, so more than that, in previous session we already learned. So more than that, today we are going to learn in this session. Yes, let me read it once. Some administrators were attracted towards India European is Max Muller. See what he had done here. He was another prominent and Orientalist and Indologist. Earlier I told Indology and the Indologist. Indology means the study of India. Indology means Indologist who study about the literary works or volumes of the Indian literature. Next, Max Muller. He means who? Max Muller. Max Muller was a German scholar. He belongs to the German. Yes, but he comes in when the Europeans are going to introduce Indian literature into English. At that time, this German scholar who the Max Muller visited to the India and he wrote a English work that is Sacred Book of the East. He wrote a Sacred Book of the East. How many volumes he wrote? He wrote 50 volumes. He wrote 50 volumes. Here, volumes means in Bhagavad Gita, in Rig Veda, there are shlokas. Yes, there are 1017 shlokas or 1018. How many shlokas we have? We used to call all the poems as shlokas, Sanskrit shlokas. Yes, the same way, the Sacred Book of the East, this also was written in 50 volumes. How in Rig Veda we used to read about the shlokas. In the same way, here also 50 volumes will come. Yes. The third European, he comes from Scotland. His name is James Mill. See, he wrote History of India in 6 volumes. Yes, how the Max Muller wrote his work as a 50 volumes. In the same way, this James Mill also will write History of India in 6 volumes. See, James Mill, Max Muller and William Jones. These were never visited to the India. Then also they translated Indian literature to the English language. And the next person will come. His name is Abbe Du Bois. His name is Abbe Du Bois. His name is Abbe Du Bois. A French missionary arrived and settled at Ganjam near Srinagarpatna. His name is Abbe Du Bois. A French missionary arrived and settled at Ganjam near Srinagarpatna. He lived as a sage. He never visited as a scholar. He visited to the India as a sage by adopting the local culture and customs. He lived in India as a sage and he adopted local culture and customs. Yes, by the local people. See, I will read this. He was called as a Dr. Swami by the local people. When he came to India as a sage and he named by the people as a Dr. Swami. Why they given that name? Because he came to India as a sage and adopted a local customs and culture. Yes, he adopted it. For that reason, that local people are started to call him as a Dr. Swami. See, he also wrote a work. What was that? Hindu manners, customs and ceremonies. He also wrote Hindu manners, customs and ceremonies. This is all regarding of the Europeans. Yes, more than this also we will learn. Abbe Du Bois, he has presented Indian customs. What he has presented in his literature? Varnashrama. Which all of the 4 Varnashrama you have to send it to me. Okay. See. Haveli boys stayed in 24 years in India to learn about the Indian customs, values and the festivals and the laws of India and the practices of India and the literary works of India. Yes. So this, when he studied or when he learned about these all the customs, values and the festivals and thoughts of the India and even the Varnashrama of India, he included in his works, which all are works he used to write. In all those works, he mentioned the customs, values, festivals, varnashramas and festivals. Understood? Whenever he used to write the works, he added all the things in his works. In which language he wrote? In English. Yes? See. He lived here. Here means in India, particularly in Srirangapatnam. Okay. He lived in Srirangapatnam 24 years and he returned to the France after 24 years. Yes. In those 24 years, he learned and he understood about the Indian history or Indian systems, Indian laws, the festivals of India, the culture, the customs, the values. Understood? These all the things he learned from India. Yes? See. I have mentioned 6 names here. Let me read it. Elphinstone, Coles, Eliot, Brooke, Cunningham and Dawson. These 6 persons have introduced the different stage of Indian history. Okay? These 6 persons were introduced the Indian history in different ways. In the different ways, the Indian history was introduced by these 6 persons. Understood? So these 6 persons are very important to us. Yes? What they have done? These 6 persons were introduced the Indian history in different types of stages or different stages. Yes? So, read it once again. See. Elphinstone, Coles, Eliot, Brooke and Cunningham, Dawson. These all 6 persons have introduced the different stages of Indian history. See, some of the names I have written on the board. Francis Bacon, Cole Bates, Mackbreeze, Beard Joyce, Fleet and other European scholars. Yes, not only these 5 scholars, yes, and more than this also, more than these people also, so many Europeans where the scholars have successfully recorded and preserved. What they preserved? They preserved inscriptions, manuscripts, chronicles, testimonies, contemporary events for the reconstruction of Karnataka. See. William Jones, Max Muller, yes, and these 5 people means these 5 scholars, and more than these other European scholars were visited to the India, and moreover Max Muller and William Jones, they never visited to India. Then also they read about the Indian literature and they translated the Indian literature into English language. Yes. See, scholars have successfully recorded means